first of all, the first thing is that we have to know adding up to 10. You know that 2 plus 8 is 10. 1 plus 9 gives 10. 3 plus 7 gives 10. And 4 plus 6 gives 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. And 6 plus 4 is 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. 9 plus 1 or 1 plus 9 is the same. 6 plus 4 or 4 plus 6 is the same. It gives 10. And 10 plus 0 gives 10. If you memorize this adding up to 10, you're going to use by adding with 2 or more digits numbers. First, let me start with the 2-digit numbers. The third example, addition exercises. 8 plus 1, we know that it's 9. 1 plus 2 gives us 3. The second one, 3 plus 5 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. The third example, 2 plus 6 is 8. And 7 plus 1 is 8. Let's move on D. 5 plus 4, we know is 9. And 4 plus 3 is 7. E, we can add 3 and 6, which is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. If we continue for the next exercise, exercise 4, under A, we have 9 plus 24. So we know that 9 plus 4 is 13, but you can think that 4 can be written like 3 and 1, 1 and 3, because 1 plus 3 gives us 4. This one, if you add with 9, you get 10, 3, it is 13. So you write 13, write 3 and 1 in our mind. Then 4 plus 2 is 6, and 1 more, which is 7. The next example, 4 and 8. So how can we make 10? Here we learned that 2 plus 8 is 10. Now I'm going to give 2 from 4 and makes 10, and we have 2 more. 10 plus 2, which is 12. We write 12, 2 and 1 is in our mind. 6 plus 2 is 8, and 1 more, it's 9. The next one, 3 plus 9, we know that this 3 I can take from 3, 1. 9 plus 1 is 10, and 2 more, 12. We write 2 and 1 in our mind. 4 plus 3, 7, and 1, 8. The next one, 89 plus 16. 9 plus 6, again, we give 1, 10, and we have 5, 15, 1 in our mind. 8 plus 1 is 9 and 1, 10. And under E, 7 plus 8, we give 2, 10. We have 5 rest, so 15, and 1 in our mind. 5 plus 4, 9, and 1, 10. Let's go with the subtraction. 75 minus 23. 5 minus 3 gives us 2. 7 minus 2 is 5, and it's 52. The next one, 48 minus 14. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 minus 1, 3. The next 3 minus 2 is 1, and 5 minus 1 is 4. Under D, we have 96 minus 34. So 6 minus 4 is 2, and 9 minus 3, 6 is 64. And we have here the last question on this page, which is 3 minus 3 is 0, and 8 minus 3 is 5, and the answer is 50. Now let's continue with the question number 6. Here under A, we have 73 minus 24. Now, from 3, we cannot subtract 4. So we must take 1/10 from 7, and it becomes 13. So first, subtract from 10 is 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. Then add 3, 9. And here we have 6. 6 minus 2, 4. Again, 4 minus 8, we cannot subtract 8 from 4. So we take 1/10. 10 minus 82 plus 4, 6. Here we have 8. 8 minus 3, 5. The next one, 215 minus 124. 5 minus 4 is 1. But 1 minus 2, we cannot subtract. We take 1/10. 10 minus 2 is 8, and 1 is 9. Here we got 1 minus 1, 0. We don't write. And question D and E, there is a second way, but first let me explain the first way. Here we can take 10, but we don't have. From 2 we have, here we take 190, and here 110. So 10 minus 7 is 3. Here 90 means 9. 9 minus 3 is 6, because this is 30, this is 90. 90 minus 30 is 60. And here we got 1, 1 minus 1, 0. The second way for this one, if you subtract both from 201 and from 137, 1, you will get 199, and here you will get 136. Then, if you subtract 9 minus 6, 3, 9 minus 3 is 6, and 1 minus 1, 0, you get the same result. This is the second way. Okay, let's solve this one like with the first way. We take 110. Here we have 8. 10 minus 5, we know that it's 5. 8 minus 4 is 4. And here, 8 minus 3, 5. This is the result for the question E. Okay, let's continue with the multiplication. Multiplying. 17 times 4. Here, we start from right. 4 times 7, we know that it's 28. We write 8, and 2 in our mind. 4 times 1, 4, and 2, 6. It's 68. 3 times 5 is 15. We write 5. 1 is in our mind. 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 more, 75. The next one, 5 times 2 is 10. We write 0, and 1 is in our mind. 5 times 8 is 4, and 1, 40, and 1 is 41. Question D, 6 times 5 is 30. We write 0, 3 is in our mind. 6 times 2 is 12. Add 3 is 15. We write 5. 1 is in our mind. 6 times 1, 6, plus 1, 7. 750. And the last question for multiplying, 4 times 7 is 28. We write 8. 2 is in our mind. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2, which is 14, 148. Yes, we have F. Let's continue. 705 times 6. Okay, start with from right with 6 and 5. Multiplying is 30. We write 0. 3 is in our mind. 6 times 0, 0 plus 3 is 3. And 6 times 7, 42. The next one, 215 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Write 0. 2 in our mind. 4 times 1, 4 plus 2, 6. 4 times 2, 8. The question H, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 7, 21. We write 1. 2 is in our mind. 3 times 4 is 12. And 2, 14. And question I, for multiplying, 7 times 8, which is 56. We write 6. 5 is in our mind. 7 times 0, 0 plus 5 is 5. And 7 times 9, 63. That is the answer for multiplication. Now, let's continue with division exercises. Let's start from left. How many 2s fit 4? 2. 2 times 2 we multiply and write, then we subtract, which is 0, and we drop down this 8. 8 divided by 2, 8 divided 2 is 4, then we multiply 4 times 2 gives 8, and we subtract 0. So we don't have any number to drop, then this is the answer. Under B, 72 over 3, we start from 7. 7 divided to 3 is 2. 2 times 3 gives 6. We subtract, we drop this 2 down. 12 over 3 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And we subtract 0, nothing to drop. That's the answer. The question C, 124 divided 4. So we start from left. In 1, we don't have any 4. So we must think, we take the 2 digits. In 12, how many 4s can we fit? 3. 3 times 4, 12. We subtract 0, then we drop this 4 down. 4 over 4, 1. 1 times 4, 4. We subtract. Let's continue with question D. In 8, how many 3s do we have? 2. 2 times 3, 6. We subtract 2. We drop this 0. In 20, again, 6 times 3 is 18. We subtract is 2. And 4. In 24, we ate 8. 8 times 3 is 24. We subtract, and that's the answer. 1,295. In 12, how many 5s do we have? 2 5. 2 times 5, we have 10. Subtract, we get, drop this 9. 29, we have 6 5 is 30. So 5 it's 25. Subtract 4, we drop this 5 down. 45 over 5 is 9. 9 times 45 is 45. That's the answer. And the last one, 846 over 6. In 8, we have 1 6. 1 times 6, 6. We subtract 2, drop the 4. 24 over 6 is 4. 4 times 6, 24. 0, drop the 6, 6. We have 1. 1 times 6, 0. That's all. This is the answer. Kind of exercises related with the fractions. Here, it says that fraction, writing as decimals percents. The fraction is given, and it's asked to write it in decimal form. 3 over 10 means 0, 3. In percent, this is 30%. 15 over 10 in decimal form is 1.5. In percent, 150%. Okay? Let's continue with the next page. Let's see. The question is 4 over 50. So write in decimal form. First of all, we must convert this one. We must the denominator get 100. So we'll multiply both with 2, and it becomes here 108. So this is 0.08. Also, 0.08 means in percent form, 8%. This one in decimal form, the second question, 15 over 20. If we multiply this one by 5 and this one by 5, we expand the fraction. This is 75, this is 100, so this means 0.75. Also, in decimal form, it is 75%. Let's continue with the fractions, proper, improper, and mixed fractions. We know that there are 3 types of fractions, proper, improper, and mixed fractions. Proper fraction is that the numerator is less than the denominator. Improper fraction, the numerator is greater than the denominator, and a mixed number has one whole and is formed one whole number and by proper fraction. We are going to learn also converting mixed number to improper fraction and from improper fraction to mixed number. Let's write mixed number as improper fraction. This is given 3 whole 1/4. We can write, first of all, we write 4, denominator the same, doesn't change. Then we multiply denominator with whole number and add the numerator. 4 times 3 plus 1. So 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1, 13. This is the improper fraction. And the second one, we write 5. We are going to multiply 5 with 4 and add 3. 5 times 4 plus 3. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 3 is 23. And the last one, C, we write 3. We multiply 3 with 6, 18, and we add 1, which is 19. Now, let's write the improper fraction. Let's convert improper fraction into mixed number. It's given 32 over 5. How can we convert improper fraction into mixed number? Of course, by dividing. So we divide 32 by 5. So 32 over 5, we know that it's exactly 6 5s with 32, so it is 30. And we have 2 remainder. So we write here, we write 5, denominator doesn't change, and the whole number goes like here, whole, and the remainder goes on the numerator. 6 whole, 2/5. For the second one, again, we write 3. Write 3 doesn't change, and divide 28 by 3. In 28, we know 9 3s. 9 times 3 is 27. Subtract 1 is remainder. So it is 9 whole, 1/3. The remainder goes here. And question C, 37 over 4 means we write 4, and let's think how many 4s feed 37. 9. 9 times 4 is 36. So 9. 9 times 4 is 36. We have one more. We write on numerator. Let's continue with showing fractions on the number line. The given fractions, 1 whole 1/4, 2 whole 3/4, 3 whole 2/4. And we draw number line. We write numbers from 0 to 6. And now let me show the first one, 1 whole 1/4. 1/4 means the number from 1 and 2, between 1 and 2, we must divide into 4 equal parts. So we start dividing 2 equal parts, then divide again 4 equal parts. And it says it is 1 whole and 1/4. So from 0, it is 1 whole here, and 1/4, the 4 equal parts and the first one. So this is 1 whole 1/4. For 2 whole 3/4, again we come to the 2 here, and we think that it is 2 whole 3/4 between 2 and 3. Again, this is 4. We must divide 4 equal parts. And we think the 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So here it is 2 whole and 3/4. What about 3? 3 is exactly here. 3 whole, or we can write 3 whole 0/4. What 3 whole? What about 3 whole 2/4? So 3 whole 2/4 is between 3 and 4. Again, we divide this line into 4 equal parts, and I take 1/4, 2/4. This is 3 whole 2/4. Let's do for the next question. Let's try to show on the number line 4/5. 4/5, we know that is proper fraction, so proper fractions are less than 1. Then this means it's between 0 and 1. So 5 shows me that this length must be divided into 5 equal parts. So let me start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4/5 means 4/5. I start from here. This is 0/5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/5 is here. The next one, 1 whole 3/5, is between 1 and 2. So I also have to divide this line into 5 equal parts. 1 whole 3/5 means 1 whole 1, 2, 3/5 is here. 1 whole 3/5. These two are done. Then let's go for the 2 whole 1/5. 2 whole 1/5, okay, it's 5. I have to divide into 5 equal parts. So 2 whole 1/5 means 2 and 1/5 is here, the first one. 1/5, 2 whole 1/5. This is also done. The next one, 2 whole 5/5. 2 whole 5 over 5 means exactly 3, because this is 2, 5 over 5 is 1, so 2 whole plus 1 is 3. Here is 2 whole 5 over 5. 2 whole 5 over 5. And the last one is 3 whole 2/5. 3 whole 2/5, we have to write it 4 here, because 3 whole means between 3 and 4, and have to divide in 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1/5, 2/5. This is 3 whole 2/5. Let's move on next page. Here we have comparing like fractions, which means comparing like denominators fractions. Denominators are the same, we say like fractions. If we have like denominators, the same denominators, we look for numerators. The bigger one is the bigger. For B, we have 7, 7, the same denominators, so the numerator on the right is the greater one, so this is 5, 7, the greater one. For the next one, it is 10, 10, and 10 is greater than 5. Let's go for comparing unlike fractions. Comparing unlike fractions, the simple way is we don't look denominators and numerators, we just cross multiply. 3 times 2 and 1 times 4. 3 times 2 is 6, 1 times 4 is 4. Which one is greater? The fraction is greater. Here, left part, 6 is greater than 3/4 is greater than 1/2. For the next one, 3 times 10, which is 30, and here 2 times 5, which is 10. 30 is greater than, so the left fraction is greater than the right one. And the question C, 2/3, 1/4, multiply 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 is greater than 3. That's all. What are the equivalent fractions? How can we write equivalent fractions? How can we make the fractions equivalent? By multiplying with the same, by expanding with the same coefficient. 4 becomes 8, means 4 is multiplied by 2. Or 8 over 2, we find that 4 is multiplied by which number? By 2. Then also we must multiply the numerator by 2, and 1 times 2 gives 2. For the second one, you see 3 is 12, means multiplied by 4. So I have to multiply this one by 4, and it becomes 8. And question C, 5 here becomes 15, which means it's multiplied by 3. So which number, if I multiply by 3, gives me 18? 6, or 18 divided 3 is 6. Let's continue with adding and subtracting like fractions. Adding like fractions is very easy because we just write the same denominator. We don't do any operation for denominators. We write, but we add the numerators. And it is 3/4. For the second one, again, we write 10 and we add 7 plus 1 is 8. For the third one, we write 5 and we add 2 plus 2, 4. That's all. Also subtracting fractions, like fractions, we write 12 and we subtract 7 minus 5 is 2, 2/12. For the next one, we write 9, 6 minus 2 is 4. We subtract it. For the question F, we write 20, 15 minus 11, which is 4, 4, 20. Question G, there are 3 fractions. First of all, we can add because all fractions have the same denominator, we can write directly 7. First, we can add 2 and 3, 5 minus 4, which is minus 1, 4. And question H, here the first step is subtracting, but the denominators are the same. We write it 15, 15, 15, we write 15, and 10 minus 4 is 6, plus 3, 9. Let's continue with the next page. Now we're going to write decimals as percents. 0.25 is 25%. 0.9, it is 9 over 10 or 90 over 100, which means 90%. It is 9 over 10, and we can write it like 90 over 100. 0.08, the next one, 0.08, is 8%. Question D, 0.05 is 5%. 0.16 is 16%. And the last one for this person is 30%. This is similar with the 9%. We can also write 3 over 10 or 30 over 100. Showing given fractions with figures. Let's do the next one. Showing given fractions with the figures. 2 whole 1/3. I can draw a rectangle and divide this rectangle into 3 equal parts. I have to draw one more rectangle because I have 2 whole. This is my 1 whole. This is second 2 whole, and the next one is 1/3. This is 2 whole 1/3. For 1 whole, 1/4, we can draw 4 figures. We can draw circles for this one, 4 circles, and we have to draw one more circle. This must be divided into 4 equal parts because the fraction is 1/4. So I colored 4 of them. I need 1 for whole. And the next one, the last one, is 1/4, one part of the 4th shapes. Question C is 3 whole 2/5. How can I do 3 whole 2/5? I can draw again a rectangle, divide 5 equal parts, but I have to color 3 whole rectangles. 3 whole rectangles, and the last one should be 2 of 5th for 5. And the last one, let me draw here. This is full colored, 3 whole, and the last one, 2/5. For question D, we have 1 whole, 2/3, which is 1 whole colored, and the next one, 2 of them are colored, 2/3. Let's continue with the next step, adding decimals. Adding decimals is like adding numbers. If you write 2, 2.15 plus 3.23 in vertically, it's easy to add. 5 plus 3 is 8, 1 plus 2 is 3, write a comma, and 2 plus 3 is 5. For the next one, 471 plus 2, 18. We add 1 plus 8 is 9, 7 plus 1 is 8, we write a comma, 4 plus 2 is 6. If you add vertically, it's easy. 407 plus 343. 4.07 plus, we write a comma, 343, and we add them. 7 plus 3 is 10, we write 0, 1 never mind, 1 plus 4 is 5, comma, 4 plus 3 is 7, 750, or we can write this one, 7.5. And the next one, you have to be careful because after the commas, here we have 2 digits, here 1 digit. So if you write this one 5, 14, and this one 3, 6, we should add 1 more digit here to make it to equalize the numbers after the comma. 4 plus 0 is 4, 1 plus 6 is 7, we write the commas, 3 plus, we write the comma, 3 plus 5 is 8, and the result is 8.74. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.